Good morning, America. This is your friend, Dr. Turi, and I have a new one for you. And it is quite an important one also. The title is "The Reptilius Are Here to Stay. We Do Not Fight Back. Time is running out." My gosh, if you've got to take me seriously, my friend, it's now. All right, so as always, the link is provided. For those who are audible or visual, you have a different way of assimilating my information. Some assimilate by listening, some assimilate by reading. That's the way we are. We are all very complex. We all have a very different UCI, unique celestial identity. So take the time to read. You'll understand me better, especially this message. All right, the newsletter starts with a picture of a guy that has a tail. It's a robotic tail. I guess that was generated in Japan. Millions of years after the ancestors of humans evolved to lose their tail, research teams at Japan, Keio University, have built a robotic one that could help unsteady elderly people to keep their balance. So that can be seen as a draconic stimulation, but it is not. As incredible as it may sound, what you have in front of you is slowly but surely the melting of humanity into robots, dignified robots. But again, I'm well ahead of time, and a lot of people are not necessarily willing or able to perceive my warnings. So we got to go one step at a time. Okay. This newsletter is probably one of the most important newsletters you will ever have to read. Okay. And this is why I'm asking all of you to pay attention to those new warnings. Especially when the obvious is in your face, and 99.9% of you cannot see it as it is, but what the reptilians want you to see. Believe me, I'm nearly 70 years old, my back is killing me, and I don't think a freaking robotic tail will help me to keep my balance. It's amazing what the scientific community we come up with so that they can get your support and keep building those robots. And that's okay, because, not all of those robots are bad. Those who have worked on my hip, okay, the technology that I've been working to fix my nose, my broken hand, and God knows what happened to me in my life, okay, including my eyes, my ears. This technology is absolutely mind-boggling and beautiful. As you know, you've got to understand, the reptilians stimulate technology to turn you into them. Okay? While the draconics are fighting that to keep our identity. Yes, we are so much more than, blood, flesh, and bones and nerves, my friend. It's so much more behind being a human being, but I can only, educate you so much in this YouTube channel. In the same very YouTube channel, okay, for months, I kept warning you that slowly but surely humans are turning into master of matter, rational, logical, super scientists, where now modern science has become their newfound God. That's where we're at. I also, once again, warned that melting in their supremely advanced technology, humans are slowly but surely turning into dignified robots, which one day will self-duplicate through artificial intelligence to finally join all soulless, reptilius cursed entities out there, to roam the universe for eternity. Is that what you want? You cannot understand the drastic type of information I'm giving you now. It's well above your marble. Not to all of you, though. Some of you can relate to me. All right. The human experiment is very, very fastly and categorically moving in the wrong direction. Yet, if you participated in any of those UFO conferences out there, technology and scientific researchers literally dominate all talks. Legitimate abduction stories like mine and the one experienced by Travis Walton are very rare. Yes, meantime, Travis was definitely abducted by the reptilians to leave him with such a shocking negative experience. I cannot say the same with me, even though that some of them were as dramatic, if not more dramatic, or even more painful, because it's all conscious. All right. Again, knowing the majority of UFO researchers never saw or delegate any UFOs, okay, science combined with a fertile imagination and endless assumptions is what is left for you guys, for the attendants to deal with. Once again, this does not mean Dr. Turi is the only one. This does not mean UFO researchers and speakers' repertoire of wisdom is not real in the total waste of time. Again, understand. Those people like me have been touched by a phenomenon that is in many ways have changed their lives. But my own UFO's experience and the legacy being able to channel an entity called Draco are very real and very different in so many ways. And this is why when I do my next UFO conference or my next speech in Los Angeles, be there, because I'm going to prove to you that Draco is real. Maybe I'll be allowed one of these days to do it on YouTube. I don't know. But it's getting kind of frustrating knowing that all that I've been through in my life is not being perceived or received correctly. But that's because you didn't hear me. You haven't seen my UFO slideshow. You haven't seen me in action showing you that Draco is real. That's about to change, all right? You know, my slideshow is offering a frightening reality, not only to what happened to me since I'm a kid, but to what is ahead of us. Or the extinction of the human race. And that is if both science and religion keep dominating and controlling all sorts of informations. And you think you're free? You really think you're free? I also made you aware, people, that the reptilians will always endorse and promote and even support their slaves by facilitating their reach to a high position of power and to have easy access to the mass via technology. And I'm referring to Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. I mean, Trump does his job on Twitter, all right? Do you get it? I really hope you do, my friends. You know what? Maybe you have noticed, if you're followers of us, if you read our Facebook pages, that Terana and I, we haven't been here. I don't know how many of you have noticed our absence lately, but, we're not there anymore. And chances are, like it happened with my most popular UFO Facebook page, that I'm referring to, I am alien UFO reality with over 10,000 followers. We are now, Tarana and I, unable to sign in to any or all our accounts. Now, do you think I'm making this up? There is a conspiracy against me to reach you guys. It is not only the technology. It's the reptilius behind the technology. It's all the people that have a position of power that could help me and want for various reasons. Maybe they think I'm challenging the status quo. Maybe they think I'm an egocentric. Maybe they think I'm going to go to hell, and if they listen to me, they're going to go to hell. The excuses are endless, but the end result is real. Turi and I, we're not on Facebook anymore, and we cannot join. We cannot post. We cannot do nothing. That's pretty serious. Not only Facebook, though. Now, talking about LinkedIn. 2 weeks after being on LinkedIn, gone. Can't sign up anymore. I have 4 computers. I've changed my 4 emails. Now they have my IP. Any of my computer that I try to log in or to run out, we can't. The reptilians do not want me to reach you, to educate you, to save the humanity. And you're laughing? Some of you are laughing on my words right now. Well, we talk in a few years from now. Then you're going to remember Dr. Turi said, oh my gosh, I should have paid attention to him a little bit more while we could. And we still can't. That's why I'm here. All those dedicated to reptilian slaves or our internal enemies have been working overtime to disconnect us from the world. So we only have you now. Well, you know what? My YouTube channel is growing steadily. Right now, I have like 3,750 people. Over 500 people have joined since I started to post steadily last 3 or 4 months. And our Cosmic Code private website has got nearly 9,000 people. So we have our own Facebook page, so to speak. Okay. And while you may not becoming a VIP or interested in becoming a VIP, if you don't like astrology or whatever it is, if you're just into UFOs, you could also join, and it's free. You know, this way you don't have to use your credit card. The link is there. Click on it, join, so that my regular bulletins will get to your email, to mailbox directly. And that works especially if you're not a fan of popular, public platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook, Twitters, and God knows what. So I'm referring to the people that are more my age that have learned to pay attention. So, Turi and I, we've been fired, that's the right word. From Facebook, we also have lost thousands of friends. But again, as I said earlier, we cannot let the reptilians totally eradicate us from millions of potential curious truth seekers out there. So all you got to do is when you join the Cosmic Code is to fill up, put your name, your address, whatever it is you're requesting. When it comes to credit card, don't bother about it. And then we're going to get you into the Cosmic Code. Because if I have something very important to tell you, the Draco says, okay, this needs to go public, you're not going to hear it. I'm not just referring about my next radio show, TV show, conference, or God knows where I'm going to be going teaching out there. I'm talking about something much more deeper that you will find, interesting. During those times nowadays, you better be informed, my friends. One good thing is that I will never stop posting on my blog. If you go to drturi.com and click on my blog, you will read my latest newsletter. So that's a good thing, okay? And the Cosmic Code website is the same thing. It's a private area, but you're going to get it before anything, before anybody, okay? And we can keep the discussion going for as long as you want to hear about us, about what I'm up to, about the reptilians, the draconis. And not only this, but also if we have super deals, sometimes, many of you are interested in taking my course. The CDs, it's old fashioned now. Now it's all about, immediate satisfaction, an MP3 file going straight into your mailbox. Well, guess what? We are working on that. So if you cannot afford $1,500 to buy my course and the software, but you can go one step at a time and go as you like. Because once you bought the course, you bought the course. But if you buy 1, 2, 3 MP3 files, there is 16 of those. Well, you're going to see that you're going to get all of them at the end. And that goes with all the books and everything else, and the exams before you qualify, before you graduate as an astropsychologist. I know as much as I do, or any other my student for that matter. Yeah, it's just amazing. Another thing that makes me happy is that our real-time stat traffic from drturis.com don't lie. The entire world is reading and learning from me. Okay, people from China, Russia, India, Australia, Europe, and so many other countries flock every day when I post something. You can look, just look at the stat. It's alive. It's constantly being hit from part everywhere in the world. So the numbers I just gave you are not exactly correct. There's much, much, much more behind it. So, Facebook is much more behind Facebook than what you want to believe. Incidentally, one of the most returning crowds, my website to read, it's the Russians and also the Indians. India, Russia, and China. Now, lately, China is paying much more attention. With the technology, the draconists have made sure that everything I write is being translated in something that makes sense to these people. Anybody from anywhere in the world can read anything from any languages. And that's the beauty of technology, the beauty of the scientific community allow me to reach people with my own cosmic wisdom in their own language. The full translation may not be necessarily there or correct, but at least it shows that they are interested because they're coming back. That's good news. It's much more about India. You have to go and click on the newsletter and read what my webmaster said about India. It's interesting. This is a country which is so much into Vedic astrology, yet they're sucking everything they can get from me. Wow, I love it. At least I'm doing something good for these people. It's important to remember that technology can be used for or against anyone. And if it wasn't for my genius webmaster, Tom, which is going to become a doctor very soon, he's working really, really hard. He still has time for me. I don't know how the hell he does it. He's also a Vietnam vet, so my hat to you, my brother. He's working for the U.S. Department of Cyber Welfare Security. And if it wasn't for him, none of my computer will be working today because I got attacked left and right for years. And it's like having, one of my beautiful dogs, my Doberman Draco and my other Rottweiler, that was in the back of my house when they were alive, protecting me. That's how I see Tom. And it's not an accident for this guy to land on me many years ago and to dedicate himself and give me his time to help me pass on my message. What a beautiful soul. That's what you call a real, beautiful, superhuman being. Brother. Thanks, Tom. Now, being forced out of Facebook is not exactly an accident. Remember my philosophy. There are no accidents. There are only cosmic circumstances at work that impose everything that you're going through. And I start to see the light now following this incident, this accident. You have to remember, humans are machines of habit. And Facebook platform is not only addictive, but it's combative, deceptive, depressive. And you may not necessarily be able to avoid the mass of subhumans, infected losers out there, ready to use profanity if they cannot relate to you personally, to your information, to your work, your belief, or more precisely, your UCI, or your unique celestial identity. It is because of those subhumans that I am not on Facebook anymore. And I'm thinking really hard. Now, it's been 3 or 4 days. My life has changed. Will I come back if they allow me there? I don't even know yet anymore. if you read the manifesto of those many infected killers out there, those lost souls who have killed so many innocent people last few days or last few years. Facebook is an evil place. It's created and used by the reptilius moderators and the owners of the most popular page or groups for that matter. And you will not be allowed, like me, to join or visit if you have something that starts to attract the attention. Okay? And some of those owners or creators of those pages are very protective of their turf, you know, and they truly believe that your business is gonna die, is going to die literally if you do not advertise on their page. Like if I need to advertise on their page, when everything I do is free, literally. When I put a video for these people, I make their page more active, more interesting. They don't like that. They go, oh, no, this guy's too good. He's going to take my people. These people are usually very wealthy. Okay? And they spend a lot of peseta to buy the names. But there is something behind all that. Oh, my gosh. What's tragic is while all my writing and teaching are free, like I'm doing today, those insecure idiots are unable to perceive the values of my cosmic work. And many of those people are quite wealthy, as I said earlier. They have spent tons of money grabbing followers to satisfy their own ego through the accumulations of people they are exposing their private life. To whom? Oh, you get it. There is a French saying that may be worth your translation. Pour vivre heureux, vivons cachés. All right, go to the newsletter, copy, paste, translate it, and pay attention, because I have just learned the last 3 or 4 days that pour vivre heureux, il faut vivre caché. Well, that's a challenge for you. You're going to gain something there. Now, in this humongous soup of intellectual variety, negativity reigns supreme, my friend. And it has and will always continue to stimulate very vulnerable, underdeveloped souls and kids to commit suicide. How many gays, lesbians, and people that are thought as not normal have been bullied to the point of being led to commit suicide by the reptilius? Now, do you think this is a joke? Oh no, this is real. Again, you know, what you need to remember is that there is a secret engagement of the US and foreign government that is proceeding within the realm of those very, very popular websites. And they are using all this information for either political means or advertising means. You know that. I end up with people calling me on my cell. How the hell do you find me? Keep deleting, reporting still coming up nonstop. Excuse me. And now you wonder why the Russian and the Chinese are not, you know, and India's are literally queuing to read my work every day. Oh, you know, those countries are highly spiritual. You know, they're not necessarily like America, born upon puritanical, you know, principle where religion reigns everything. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time to wake up, Americans. Okay? And I consider myself as an American now after so many years in this country. In fact, I consider myself more American than any American, and I did much more than any of these infected American reptilian souls out there who have removed me from all those popular websites. And I bitch about it, but should I, or should I not? Ah, man. Remember, humans are machines of habits, good and bad, okay? And I recall well before becoming infected by Facebook, Turi and I, we used to take long road trips. We used to enjoy nature in our communion with Mother Earth. And that was so revitalizing and so good, not only for us, but for our little dog, which is now waiting impatiently for her or me to get off Facebook so that we can take her taking a lick or taking her for a walk. Man, even your pet is suffering. Some mother out there spending time on Facebook, they're not taking care of their children. Okay, you want to play your games, play your killing games. Well, don't care what the hell you're doing out there. You know why there is a picture of Taranya sitting on the bank of the lake with our little doggy. She is getting a lot of vitamin C from the sun. Okay, my friend, if you don't go outside and walk barefoot, or if you don't work shirtless, you're not going to get those vitamins and you're going to go insane. Yeah, because you do not know. Take your shirt off. Just walk 5 minutes. You don't want to get burned. Get enough vitamin D to help you to be positive. Remember, the draconists use the sun, the forces. The reptilians live in the dark, in darkness, negativity, fear, insecurity. This is how they survive, with your fear, your ignorance, your stupidity. Wow. So I have videos on YouTube also where we used to go boating. Oh my gosh, what have I done? No, instead of, trying to fight idiots out there and help people to grow when they're not ready, all you got to do now is to ask for those who are ready. Remember the ultimate rules. It's only when the student is ready that the real teacher will appear. And today you have an opportunity to join the Cosmic Code for free. And then later on again, maybe if you decide to become a real supporter, then you become a VIP. And we go from there. Because I'm here to help you. I'm not here to hurt anybody. Well, you remember that guy, he said, oh, let's invade Area 51, and he had a few million hits. This is why he's having a party right now in Rachel, Area 51. During my timing, UFOs. How crazy is that? How unbelievable is that? Well, maybe we should have someone who suggests, let's quit Facebook and return to nature instead. Think about it. Well, the reptilians have and will always use technology, my friend, to addict and infect people from all walks of life. And now there is a fight. There is a new cyber fight that is taking place between each one of us. That's the way it is. And because of the fact is no one can see eye to eyes, knowing the majority of humans are consumed with both stupidity and politics. How can you have good time on Facebook? When you look at it, people just lose sleep over Facebook. Now that they have a new thing now, if you lose sleep, they created a new name for a new disease. You can't sleep. You can't sleep because 2 reasons. Either you're not tired enough, either the reptilians have infected you. So I told you, never sleep in the dark, have a little light or run in water. The negative ion, is exactly what they love. Or you may be just born in October or in January. You have an addictive personality, and then maybe you have a problem sleeping. I mean, my daughter, my sister's daughter, okay, she's a Libra. She had a problem sleeping for years, and I told her mother, just relax, tie her up, make sure she walks, make sure she exercises, make sure she gets busy. She's got too much power. Her battery are too strong. Doesn't need that much sleep. She thinks she does, and she doesn't. Then she sleeps during middle of the day. You send your kid to school, and you fall asleep in the bus. Libra. Now, do you think all the scientists are going to delegate that? No. Same story like I mentioned yesterday. Now, some of these guys are prone to suffer lightning. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. How come those people are not you? Because their UCI is loaded with a planet called Uranus, who rules electricity, UFO, the impossible, the incredible, the sign of Aquarius, or Dr. Turi, who has a stellium in Aquarius. Long story. All right. So what's interesting, I don't know how many of you have read my newsletters, but I think for months now I've told you it's just a matter of time before Facebook finally removed me. For months I warned you, and it happened. So the conspiracy is real. Okay, so again, not sure if I'll be back. I'm not sure if I want to be back. So it's an interesting new development for me. Something that I should have think about, but didn't because I was too consumed in helping you and reaching your children. It always says, whatever happened to you in your life, and again, that goes for those who have heard me before, the big problem you're going through is probably a blessing in disguise, and you should not be pissed off about it because God knows better. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, today we are the 15th. Everybody is waiting for the big earthquakes. I don't predict only earthquakes, but the intensity is still building up. Today we had yesterday we had a 5.5, and today we have a 5.8 in Mexico. Both of them took place in Mexico, so the energy seems to be evolving around Mexico. And Mexico is also lined up with California. So, you know, this shocking window is in action. And I'm still expecting an earthquake above 6.0. So this is what I said. This is what I believe. This is what will happen. And then you watch. Next thing. What do we have today? The quatrain is still the same. You know, entrail upset, speed above, red, fire, wind, water to dance, stars, command, shock, science, calm, deception to strike. So let's see some of the news. Using Nostradamus 16th century divine astrology, let's see if you can perceive the news the way I do and realize that those news are induced by the stars, which are manipulated by the reptilius. So let's see, is there anything shocking here? Stunning number lands in middle of guns debate. The word stunning is one of my keywords. Stunning. Yeah, well, I hope they do something about those weapons. You know, nobody needs an AK-47 to kill rabbits, okay? And once they finally remove that, well, the next level is that they're going to use bombs. They're going to make bombs. They're going to go on the internet, learn how to make bombs, and then it's going to create more carnage. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But time, as always, and will always be my most faithful witness. It's gonna get worse, my friends, because the reptilians hijack the body, the mind, and the soul of humans from all walks of life, and not only powerful people in charge of your life, like President Trump or the Queen of England turning into a lizard. It's time for you to wake up to reality. 9/11 happened. Sandy Hooks happened. And cosmic and conscious talking heads out there are very deceptive. They are reptilians infected, nurturing fears to maintain their bases, their place in power, and going to the bank, being happy ever after. They cannot change their course. They're stuck with the reptilians. I'm here to challenge you to the extreme, present you with something that is real, something that is totally different than what you've heard before, and it might take you a while before you can adjust to those changes. One more time, remember, in 2013, we are in 2019, if I recall well, okay? In June 2013, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 7 years, 8 years ago, I put the pictures of Hitler in one of my newsletters, and I say, my legacy of fire and death and drama will return upon earth. And I wrote a quatrain, German, Viking, skin alike, Mr. Trump. Black and white, red blood, US and the world population. Fire, war, violence, passion rules, all these terrorist attacks, and there's lunatic racists out there. God, nowhere to stop fire. I was saying the California fire and the fire that's coming up. There are going to be fire. If I mention fire, there will be fire. Hitler, evil spirit reborn. That's the reptilius agenda. I think I was a little bit ahead of what's going on nowadays. Was I? Do you think I need a big pat on my head or my back to support my big, huge ego? I don't give a damn. It is not egocentric, motivated. All that I do is to give you, because I'm aware of karma. If you throw something up, it's going to come down. You do something good, it's going to come back at you. And you share Dr. Turi wisdom that's going to open doors for you. You do not know. I know. Me to know, you to find out. Participate. All right, what else do we have? A 7-foot crocodile was swimming in a creek as kids played in the water. Well, that's pretty shocking. Oh, doesn't happen every day. But I also mentioned children. Shocking children. All right. July was Earth's hottest month on record. Stunning? Not necessarily. It's not stunning. You know? So if it's going to be the hottest month on record, I'm surprised there is no big fire yet. Or maybe there are, but you don't know. Okay. Keep listening. Is super weapon behind Russian nuclear incident? Oh, did I mention the word nukes? Yeah, exactly during that window. Okay, and as I said yesterday, okay, the Russians have that drive to rebuild their country to what it used to be once upon a time. And the only thing is that Vladimir Putin is no cosmic conscious. He does things during his negative cosmic biorhythm. Next thing you know, 6 of his top scientists are dead. Nukes. Shocking. Explosion. Somebody must be right. Epstein autopsy finds a broken bone in his neck. Okay. Is that shocking? Not to me. Not to me. It's okay. I mean, you can have a broken bone if you hang yourself, but broken bones? Bones? You know my philosophy. There's a lot of very big people that are involved with this guy. And even your president for 15 years, he was very close friends. Grab it by the pussy. You mentioned that some of these girls were also very young. It's time for you to wake up and realize what's going on here. He's trying to blame it, the Clintons and all these gullible idiots are going to swallow that. So he's pushing the ball away on them because he feels guilty. Can President Trump be attracted to young kids? Well, look, he was born in June, July, August. Leo, third house. Leo was love, romance, and children. Okay? This is how God wants him to shine, through his words, Twitter, through his printed, spoken words, and his mind is concerned with power, with fame, with control, ego, and children. Stars don't lie. But I don't want to upset many people who could assume that I am against President Trump. I don't give a damn about your political choice. My job is to educate you spiritually. Okay, she went skydiving, but her parachute didn't open. Oh, well, this doesn't happen every day. But did I mention the word aeronautic? Yes. Now I added skydiving because skydiving, aeronautic, and airplanes the same energy. Okay, so maybe next time she goes skydiving, she should check on her cosmic biorhythm because she got lucky. I don't know if she's dead or not. I didn't read the rest of the story. I hope she didn't die. Okay, jet crash land in the field after striking flock of gulls. Okay, does this involve aeronautics and airport and airplane? Again, yes. Okay, but you're going to see it happens all the time. No, it does not happen all the time. It happened during my windows. Okay, so there you go. For sale, Japanese Air Force One, $28 million. Do you have $28 million? Jesus, I certainly would not buy an airplane. I'd invest in a TV station, a radio station, so I can convert. I can educate, elevate, people and raise their own cosmic consciousness so the freaking reptilius can get their asses kicked by the draconis. Well, again, I mentioned aeronautic and I mentioned Asia. Okay, so 28 million is a lot of money and you can do a lot of things with that. Some rich billionaire will do that just for the sake of it and turn it into a restaurant, maybe like they did before. Okay, Virgin Galactic unveiled luxury lounge at its airport for space tourism. Here you go, airport, space, here you go. Again, these are the news today during that window. Do you grasp the energy that I'm trying to pass on? Electricity, nukes, new age, futuristic, very old, very new, children, lightning, UFOs. Are you getting it? No. You know, repetition is a key. It's a must when I teach. And if you were to spend a week with me and said, oh, now Hawaii and learn my course, you would not be allowed to talk because, you know, I have more things to say than what you can digest. And you talk only when the wow moment has come, when I see your face saying, wow. And when you look at the artwork and when you build that reflex and when the symbolisms finally make sense to you, repetition, hammer it in your head. That's what I do best. Hey, anywhere, anybody wants to learn? Help me set up a course. I'll do that anytime, anywhere. All right. Tennis player smashes 2 rackets and curse at umpire in Cincinnati defeat. Again, you see somebody egocentric. This happened before with this lunatic crashes racket many times. I don't know his name of this guy, but his eccentric nature, the word eccentric and shocking is mentioned, may not necessarily work for him, but you know, it's important to realize that in the battle between logic and emotions or fears, and, you know, aggravate the situation, you always lose. That's the law. Great white shark, surprise, family on boat. Did I write the word surprise? Did I use the word surprise? Yeah, you bet I did. You know, I don't think it's every day you're going to have a shark that come and say hello under your boat. Can't wait to go to Florida for this to happen to me. I make sure to use my window so that it does happen, and I see a lot of interesting things out there. Remember, I told you yesterday, during those Uranic windows, that's where you get your camera because you got to see weird things. And I was right. They proved it to you today. I'm going to see UFOs time now. Okay, Riot cops filmed punching a woman. Oh my gosh! Now you can see the technology, how it can be used to punish this sucker. That is definitely shocking. And as I said earlier, you know, this cop was very emotional, egocentric. Anybody involved in the police, the FBI, the CIA, secrets, and first response have a very strong Pluto in their chart. So they're going to be, their experience will be set to face death, to be forced to dwell with a drive to make other compromise because of their dedication or ego. So in this case, this sucker's emotions again rule over his head, and he's probably going to lose his job. He should lose his job. You don't punch a woman in the tummy. She could be pregnant, and it's not a thing that you do. You know, and you know, this guy is a Russian. So what do you expect? There you go. Not that all Russian are this way, but they're pretty wild. They are Scorpio. Remember, Russia is a Scorpio country. Scorpio rules life and death. That's why this country died. USSR died and then rebirthed into Russia. And thanks to President Reagan, who was born with the tail of the dragon in Scorpio. That was not a good signature for Russia. Because of him, they broke the wall down. Yeah, baby. Knowledge is power. Ignorance is evil. What else do we have? YouTube is sued for allegedly discriminating against LGBT community. Again, technology. YouTube is technology. Yeah, it's like Google. Okay. And again, why would YouTube do that? I'm not going to pick that up. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here? Microsoft warns Windows 10 users to update immediately. Again, that is probably, I didn't read the detail, but it could be kind of a form of warfare, you know, terrorist cyber attack again. So update, guys. I did update all my computers. Just knock it off and then start it up again. Because you know, the reptilius and the Russians are, well, are still out there doing all they can to control the election, something that I predicted. All right, now, what else do we have? The dark side of Finland, the famous free healthcare. You know what? a lot of people fly to Europe, to different places in the world, so that they can get the surgery they need. They can actually afford all these things that cost a fortune. So over there, all these doctors are now saying that, well, we don't make enough money. So maybe, we should make as much money as in America. So it's all about greed. Okay, I have to take that. So I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow, guys. So sorry. That better be something real.
Louis,
What?
you have a 4 o'clock appointment with physical therapy.
Who's knocking my door?
I don't know.
That was you?
No.
That was you. Not that.
Yeah.
Why do you see?
You have a 4 o'clock appointment.
I'm gonna go now. Keep going.